Right, ladies and gents, just popped out again for a couple of hours. It's been raining all day and there's still a bit of moisture in those clouds, but the weather forecasters assure me, I've no confidence in that mind, assure me that it's going to get a bit drier. I thought I'd nip out. We're just into August, and August is the time, of course, for this little thing here. I'll get up in my hands there. People call them different things. Bilberries, whortleberries, blaeberries. In Welsh it's llys. That's spelled, saying it in English, L-U-S. You often see that name on the hillsides, uplands. It refers to this plant here. And if I just have here, you can see there's little blueberries all over the place. Quite laborious picking them, but they're very tasty. And just pop those two in my mouth. A few more. You can get a little bit of a comb, sort of combs through, and it picks up the leaves as well. But you can take a lot home and separate them there. However, I'm not just here because of the berries. I'm here also because of the plant. This is the out there. This is the plant. Might not look much. It is actually, believe it or not, edible, just like the berry. And you can make a tea out of it. Wimberry tea, bilberry tea, whortleberry tea, call it what you may. And I've decided to pop out. I'm going to grab a couple of handfuls of this. Go to a bit of a sheltered spot over there behind me, out the wind. And I'll have a little brew up. And then I might pick some of these berries and take them home with me. You see, there's a little patch here amongst the bracken, covered in berries. It'd take quite some time to pick them, but I bet if you could pick just this one patch here, you'd have a small bucket full. There's lots of them this year. It's a good year for bilberries. So, but anyway, I'm just going to grab some handfuls of the leaves. See them, they're all loose. They'll be going in hot water anyway. I'll just get myself a bag, little bag here. The root and everything on that one. As it's all edible. If any of these berries end up in it, I'll just leave them in the concoction as well. It'll be like a fruit tea then. There's one there. No, I'll eat that one. Need a couple of handfuls. The equivalent of. Quite a tough plant actually. Purple fingers already. Couple more. That should do it. Yeah, I got enough for a brew there. Yes, I'll just go and find a sheltered spot. Nice bit of a boil on there. I've got here's a nice pile of bilberry leaves. They are nice and fresh and green, straight off the plants. And ad hoc recipe as always, a handful, mug in there. More inside this bag here. All done. Pour this in. I'm going to let that steep for a few minutes, give it a stir every now and then, and probably give it 10 minutes or something, cool down. They say when you pour boiling water on these type of plants that some of the nutrients are lost. That may or may not be true. Something like tea, it's taste I think more than anything, because you don't expect to get many nutrients out of any sort of beverage like that, so I'm not too bothered. So it's the taste. I'm one of those people who likes builder's tea, that's proper tea. I like to joke, you can stand your spoon up in it, so I don't mind if I overdo the taste. Same when I have spruce tea. It's as I mentioned before, some people say, oh, you should use the fresh buds, but it's all a matter of taste. You know, I've seen people bring their own tea bags to a mug of hot water and just dip it in, barely touches the water, and they're quite happy with that. But to everyone else it might be just like dishwater. And again, people like strong tea like myself. Some other people who taste that and couldn't have another mouthful. So it's all a matter of taste. So I'll let these steep for a while and then swig them down. This has been steeping now for a good 10 minutes. It's cooled down a bit, still hot though. I'll just sort of decanter that off. A few leaves go in, that doesn't matter. As you can see, that's faded out and gone a bit pale, those leaves. Quite pleasant out that sun when the cloud covers it. A bit cooler. There's a lot of flies trying to commit suicide here today. Well, cheers. That wasn't a taste, it was a leaf. There's quite a lot of British plants you can make an infusion out of, a tea, and almost everything you can eat. You could in theory make a tea out of it. But I know for a fact that some of the edibles, wild edibles in Britain you can eat, you put them in your mouth and they taste awful. Up on the coast of North Wales, up near Llandudno, it's a big limestone country, right on the coast there. There's lots of wild cabbage grows there, and it's everywhere. It's the ancestor of the farm cabbage, and as is well known, cabbages like to grow on limey soil. They're slightly better than everywhere else, no exception on limestone. But I've eaten it. I mean, modern cabbage isn't particularly nice, to be honest. Kale isn't too bad, but cabbage, no, not one of my favourites at all. And the wild cabbage tastes even worse. But nonetheless, it's edible. And as I say, there's lots of leaves, willow herb, willow leaves, bramble leaves, marjoram leaves, mint. They all make teas. And over this summer I'll make my way through quite a few of them. The sun's a bit bright in my eyes there. Yeah, I'll get through a few of them this summer. Quite refreshing, that. And I'm not when I drink ordinary tea, proper tea, I like it to be really, really hot. Almost boiling hot actually, but hot. And at home I sometimes make a mug of tea, and for one reason or another I take a few swigs, forget about it, then remember an hour later it's cold then, I just stick it in the microwave for a minute and get it back up to speed on the heat. But this particular beverage, it does taste a lot better as it cools down. And of course it helps that the water just comes out of a little stream down there. Right, so ladies and gents, that's Bilberry Leaf Tea for you. Like again, highly recommended. Yeah. Quite nice, that. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. And of course with a lot of these leaves, if you dry them carefully, they'll dry like tea leaves and will store quite well. Right, till next time folks.